the way we are, we're either going to sink or swim.
Yeah.
We're either going to sink or swim.
Which is, yeah.
You know, and I always ask CM, everybody knows that I was gunning for Amadu Pinnick based on his experience. Because I think Finidi has no experience.
Compared to.
He has no experience. You know, and a lot of people say he coached the Imba, he won the Premier League title and all the whatnots. But would you give the Super Eagles job to... What's that man who won Rangers the title after 50 years? Imama Amaka Pabbo. Would you give Imama the job
now
of the Super Eagles because he won the league title with Rangers Football Club?
No.
But he handled that chance.
Exactly.
I know, but
I'm talking Super Eagles, not Chan.
Now Imama has gone out of Nigeria to coach elsewhere. So I could consider him.
Based on what?
He's coaching outside of Nigeria.
Where is he coaching now?
I just have to pick, I think, in one African country.
So at the time Imama won the title with Rangers, and maybe he was in consideration for the job, would you have given it to him?
No, I will ask this.
Because he won with Rangers.
The question would be, had he been assistant coach to the national team for
20 months, exactly. That's
if
almost 2 years.
Been an assistant
Imama
coach,
was in the national team.
No, but was he an assistant coach?
He wasn't assistant
coach. He wasn't assistant coach, but Imama was in the national team, so he knows the runnings.
No, but
wait now, it doesn't, because you're assistant coach doesn't mean. Do you know Nigeria has had many assistant coaches who've had no contribution whatsoever to the growth of the team? How do you know?
Because he was assistant coach.
How do you know, Shegu? How do you know?
Because they told me. They told me, yes. Yeah, if you want proof, I can make a call. They told me, yes, he was assistant coach, and he was.
I'm gonna go the way of, because the national elections. Yeah, a lot of people made their choices. You know, at the end of the day, what we want is a successful nation.
Yes.
What we want is a successful Super Eagles. Yes. A lot of people are
so
sentimental,
bitter about.
You know, but at the end of the day, we want the Super Eagles to qualify.
Lovely.
Yeah,
that's brilliant.
So that's what I'm going to hinge my support on Nigeria qualifying for the FIFA World Cup.
In him.
I'm not confident in him, but I'm praying that he will succeed, because if he does, we all succeed.
Amen.
Yeah?
Yes.
Ultimately, that's the bottom line.
So you're not going to be disobedient
to who?
You didn't get the point.
You
didn't get the point.
You didn't get the
point.
Oh, that one. No. Like I said, let's leave that. Let's leave that one. Let's leave that one aside, because I think it's irresponsible. It will be irresponsible for anybody to sit back and say, I'm waiting for Finidi to fail.
Exactly.
It would be irresponsible.
It's wrong.
Yeah.
And that's across all board.
Yeah.
You know, because those people will sit back and say, man, this government. You know, it's irresponsible, because what you're doing is you're cutting off your nose to spite your face.
We're all suffering it.
We're all suffering it. You know, so I pray that he succeeds. I really do pray that he succeeds, because
I love this.
But he's got to hit the ground running. You know, Monday Night Football, Shegu alluded to him making sure that he gives home-based players a chance and all the whatnots. First and foremost is get the team that you think can win us games. If it's 24 home-based players, that's your business. That is your business. At the end of the day, what we want is a win. Nigerians don't know how to lose. We want a win. Whether you bring 24 home-based, 24 foreign-based, it's irrelevant to me, because it's the Super Eagles that are playing. I don't care who's wearing the jersey. I just want the Super Eagles to win.
And you know what? You know how difficult this is? The last 2 games he had were friendlies. Now he has South Africa, and we're at the back in that group. So he has to put South Africa.
We play South Africa
first, then Benin.
Okay.
So you have
Benin.
whatever Coyote calls it the last time. That's what it is. So Baba cannot be sentimental. He has to pick his list based on what he believes in. I know, but I'm confident. I think he would succeed.
Yeah, I think he'll do.
I think he'll do.
But what do you think should be his first step right now?
Qualifiers for the World Cup.
No, I mean not the target. I mean, he's been announced as a coach. What do you think?
He should have a meeting with all the players. That would be
What I think is absurd is the Football Federation announces a Super Eagles coach. We don't know who the assistant is. The backroom staff, no word. Is it a 1-2 year contract? No word.
What's his target?
What is his salary? No word. What is his target? No word. Nothing. You know, and for a man who's been there, done that,
he accepted it.
Why do you know?
That's his dream. His dream is to coach the
Why do we do these things?
He has arrived at his dream now. You always say it here that a man has a dream, and it's good for a man to believe and dream.
You know, and I don't want to say too much about what we discussed software with our colleague Victor Pepper. No, but I think there's a lot of intrigues and intricacies. You know, coming to that decision. Let me put it mildly. I mean, even on air, live on our air yesterday, Victor actually said that he started out wanting a foreign coach, and then somehow they skipped to the point of, okay, we're not going foreign, maybe because the effective can't afford to pay him anyway. You understand? Then started to go local. Their process in getting to that, as I said, is kind of shrouded in mystery, is opaque. But for me, as I said, if it was Amunike, I'd be equally delighted, to be honest with you. Finidi, I know both gentlemen, and I love what both of them did for this country as footballers. The way they've improved themselves. Both of them played extensively with Spain, did a lot of coaching and all that. So hey, I'm good. I'm happy that we have a local lad.
A lot of coaching. Where?
Say who that?
You said somebody did a lot of coaching.
Yes, both of them. Age grade and
Finidi.
Yes.
Where?
In Spain. In Spain.
With who?
I think Real Betis.
Real Betis. He was coached their youth
side. He coached at Real Betis.
One of the youth side.
Their youth side, yes.
Which one? Please.
Real Betis now.
Okay. Please check.
Yes.
I want to. No, I want to know now because I don't know.
Whatever.
I don't know. I want to know.
So educate you, and whatever coach experience that Finidi has, he has more experience than Cote d'Ivoire's coach who has won the Cup of Nations.
No.
Finidi has more experience. Yes. Finidi has more experience.
I'm not even sure that's
Eyimba. That's the only difference.
Yes, Eyimba.
It's only Eyimba. That's the only difference.
It's not only. So winning the NPFL is not more. Please let us not look down our own. Winning the NPFL is not more. It's aren't easy.
And like Sir Charles said, could it be accepted because of maybe backroom discussions that more? This is an attempt to just pull you off. If you say no, they'll go for somebody else. So just accept it and flow with it. We'll sort out the other things.
But that's where worth comes into play. That's where value comes into play. You know, if you want to serve the nation and you think, okay, let me just do this for the sake of, that's a different ball game
for me as well.
Yeah, that's a different ball game. Well, but if you believe that, look, I'm worthy of this position, and certain things, you don't take up a job in a conglomerate. And you don't know what the you don't.
We don't know what his terms of what the T and C's of his
because the football. This is not the first time, Shegun, that the Football Federation puts out a communique when they employ a coach. We know what the details are. The only thing that's missing is how much the coach is earning.
See it now. See his coaching.
I was wrong about that soccer.net story.
How were you wrong? How?
I was wrong.
How?
He said it was fake.
I thought it was.
How do you know it's true? Because Victor said so.
No, because
it was what played out.
Because that's what's played out.
How? In what way? In what way? What has played out?
They said Finidi was
the coach, and that
no. The argument was that you guys were saying that the sports minister was angling for Emmanuel Amunike, and that's not true.
Well, it's
not true. It's not true.
Maybe there was a preference for. I want to pick my words very carefully. I'm not. Maybe it wasn't as aggressive.
The minister hasn't, from what, because I had a conversation yesterday, with his special advisor. And he's
name dropping.
I don't name drop. Now they do those kind of things. I don't name drop. And besides, he was on the show a couple of episodes ago. Kola, everybody knows it. And he said very clearly that the minister has not said anything about the coaching job of a Super Eagles, and if anybody doubts it, then prove it by showing a recording or any kind of newsletter.
So I disagree with.
See, let me tell you this, Kyle. Let me tell you this, Kyle.
Are you calling a colleague a liar? Are you calling Victor out on that? Because I know the conversation we had with Victor.
I can confidently say that Victor was not in the room. I can confidently say so. Because I say what I'm saying because this person, Kola, every meeting that the minister has, Kola is present.
But Sir Charles,
alongside
it doesn't have to be a meeting. It could be a side of that guy. That guy we will now choose. We will not go for Amunike. That's pushing.
Who is he telling?
Who is he telling? Any of the NFF guys. It could be telling any of them that, okay, guys, why don't you...
So we're basing your conversation on side talk that you cannot prove.
What Kola is saying for me,
that's how
talk,
lobbying happens.
Because I'd rather believe Victor Ekpeba over Kola Daniel.
That's how lobbying happens. People don't go straight. They just have a conversation that, now my guy be that, we not consider him.
It's not the same Kola we spoke to here about monies for the athletes.
Yeah.
Abi?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And it was a very laborious conversation. That's
anyway.
But hey, we're here.
But Finidi George.
Let's focus on Finidi.
Let's hit the ground running. That's and for me.
Whatever transpired before,
we shouldn't make excuses for him. You have a job, get the job.
Bottom line, Femi. Bottom line, no excuses.
But at the same time, we shouldn't be too hard on him.
Why not?
What I mean is the patience that we gave to.
Let me ask you this: let me ask you which patience? Let me ask you this:
just like you said about.
Let me ask you this, Kayode. If we do not qualify for the FIFA World Cup, will it be okay with everybody?
No, that is not an excuse.
No, answer my question.
It wouldn't be now.
Wait, just answer.
It wouldn't be. That's it.
But Ayo Nikpare, life will end.
I'm saying this because the last local manager, we gave him 2 opportunities, and we used sentiments the last time. AFCON, okay, don't worry. We went for the World Cup qualifiers and we failed again. So I'm saying we should not start saying because
what was the time frame that he had to prepare?
He accepted the job. They didn't force you.
I think history will judge Eguavon much more fairly. Augustin Cerezo, much more fairly than we do now. Yeah.
In what way, please?
In what way?
Yeah.
Look at the Saka. How long did he have with the team before it went for AFCON? And in fact, in Venice in AFCON, we won our first 3 games.
Yeah. And everybody thought it was the next best thing to slice bread.
We all did.
Yeah.
And then we lost to Tunisia.
Yeah, it depleted Tunisia.
It depleted Tunisia, but a fluke of a goal. And
a fluke.
And a fluke of a goal. Or the goalkeeper should have saved 9 times out of 10. And Alex Iwobi gets it sent off.
Okay.
It's happened,
I've heard it all.
Yes, Finidi na coach.
I've heard it all.
Let's all accept him and rejoice with him and give him a full backing. That's all we need to
do. No one's going to argue with that.
That's all that.
No one's going to argue with that. The choice has been made. We're going to have to back him.
If he doesn't take us to the CAF, he has to go.
If he doesn't,
we'll keep him on.
I'm asking.
No, we'll keep him on.
Qualify for AFCON. Yeah. Is it that we should go?
Let's not go down.
If he doesn't qualify for AFCON, if we even go to AFCON and we don't perform, it should go.
Let's not look at the negatives.
He has enough time. He had 20 months audition now. Zidane used audition to become Real Madrid coach. So audition already.
It's all good.
Okay. Can we move on from this?
Yes, our producer is worried already.
Yeah.
Yes, that's true. I thought it's that Cowdy. Meanwhile, Cowdy's new nickname is Bash. Does anybody get that? Nobody got that.
Nobody.
We can go to New Sound.
De Bruyne doesn't earn as much as Rashford.
De Bruyne earns as much as Rashford.
I don't think so.
I'm sure.
Rashford is earning 350k a week. How much is De Bruyne earning? I don't think De Bruyne is earning more than that. Haaland, maybe. But I'd like to know. I don't think so.
I know that De Bruyne was the highest before Haaland came.
No. Rashford is earning
in the Premier League.
Not doing anything. If I want
De Bruyne earns the most, even more than Haaland.
How much is De Bruyne earning?
Earns about 400.
400. Wow.
Yes. I know he earns the most in the Premier League before Haaland came.
Really?
I wasn't sure.
That list doesn't even have Rashford in the top 10.
No. This is just for Man City.
Oh, for City.
Only City.
Okay.
And I know this guy doesn't earn 400. Rashford doesn't earn 400.
He earns 350.
Mm-hmm.
That's
even small. Is that small? Bernardo Silva is on 300. Grealish is on 300.
Let me leave this and collect that money. They go. But just before you continue your response to Newshound, somebody yesterday when I was listening said something about Ibrahim Sanusi, Mohamed Sanusi, earning in dollars.
Did anybody say anything?
Yes, somebody said something like that.
I heard somebody said something like that. It's not the football federation. If you're listening, it's not the football federation that pays Sanusi in dollars. Sanusi is actually a contract staff with FIFA, and FIFA pays him directly from their coffers. So it's not the football federation. So when you people hear these rumors that continue to go round and round, try and authenticate first. It's not the football. It's even against CBN laws to pay anybody who is a Nigerian working in Nigeria dollars.
Yeah,
it's against the rules. So it's FIFA that has a contract with Sanusi, and they pay him
the
general secretary. Yes,
I think the TD as well.
Maybe.
The TD. I think the technical director too is also paid direct from FIFA.
So Victor is earning dollars.
No, Victor.
Just joking.
Because I know you.
I'm saying if he was,
No.
we don't go to Victor.
We know the name of the person. So, so that clears the air.
Okay. All right. So but first things first. May Ngano's little boy rest in perfect.
Amen.
That's 15 months. That's
Amen.
really sad.
Yeah, that's difficult.
He said life is very unfair. The post was quoted, and that is really sad when someone that hasn't even started life, but you can just rest assured that his toddler has gone to heaven.
I like the NNL. I don't know why. I love the NNL this year. They're going about their business quietly.
I think what's the name of their chairman?
George Allo.
This is a very can-do kind of guy.
Journalist.
Yeah.
Very. They're good. Look, we've spoken about match officiating, and their decisions are swift. They get it across.
They're the ones that ban the referee for life, isn't it?
They go. Yeah, they go quickly, and then now when we announce the story of this is where, because a few teams have not qualified yet. I think about 3 of them, and already the venue is ready, the time, the date is set. Get it across the line as quick as you can, and let's just move on. And I think it's good. I applaud what they've achieved this season.
And I think in the end, you have a lot of privately owned clubs.
Oh yes,
they try busting a gut to get into the NPFL, and so I think if we can, I don't know. I was going to say something really weird, but if it could be arranged, but if some more government teams dropped out, do you understand? To the second tier and more local, like Ikorodu City, or sorry,
Interlagos,
Interlagos
City,
privately run clubs, so
it's not Beyond Limits, also a private club.
Yeah, Beyond Limits as well. That's
what's wrong in government owning a club? No, seriously, what's wrong with it?
That's wrong. Okay, what's wrong in government owning a club is the story that Damilari brought to our attention yesterday. Heartland actually sent us a picture. Heartland's boss. Heartland is a government club, also not Abia Warriors.
Abia
Warriors. I mean, hey.
I think the only challenge with government clubs in the NPFL is the red tape. We have to wait for you, and the government doesn't release money as and when due. So it kind of delays every other person. We have to wait because.
And what's wrong with government clubs? The governor on a whim sacking a coach with a winning mentality and the pedigree with two Premier League titles.
That doesn't happen all the time.
But it happens. It shouldn't happen at all.
Yeah, but even in private clubs, the owner can stand up one day and sack the coach.
So Sporting Lagos?
Sporting Lagos, but hey, that's a very decent guy for that matter. Hey, stuff happens, but I'm just saying. The
kind of monies you need to run a club, I doubt that there's any one individual, or even a corporate organization that doesn't want returns back to back that's able to do it. I seriously doubt. People just say just hands off government, and do you know how many people will be out of job?
Yeah.
If government decides one day, okay, you guys take it over. Let me see what you can do.
Well, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying government should.
I think it's the people who run those clubs.
Yeah.
That are the problem. It's not government. It's the people who want to use it as an avenue to enrich themselves.
But they're running off. But government is. But government.
I know, but government also number one doesn't provide the facilities. For example, government doesn't release.
But it's government that builds the stadiums now.
But you talk about club licensing, and government is. If you're saying this is your team, you should provide the grounds they'll play.
Yeah, but did you know the wrong in that as well is that even at CAF level, it's a problem because CAF will give you a list of club licensing regulations and decide, okay, because it's Africa, and we'll scale down on some things. You don't have this, okay, no worry, maybe in 2-3 years. You keep pushing, and African football and its desire to grow will never happen. Yeah. It will never happen.
Nigerian football especially.
It will never happen
because I can't look.
You ban a Heartland football club from playing on its home ground. Then after a few weeks of maybe painting here and there, okay, you can go back.
Same,
Who are you helping? Who are you helping?
You're helping Heartland. They're not getting wins at home. That game I predicted them to win and they won. That was the happiest day of my life.
But at the end of the day, you will never have a professionally run football club.
Dover United.
You're not going to have it. And that's why we go on the continent and we falter on the continent.
Oh, yes.
That's...
But the question you also, like, it still comes back to the government. If we always say government's about transparency. If the government gives you money to do X, Y, Z, do you come back and give me a report? This is how we spent the money, break by little by little. No, you don't. You just money has been given. Enyimba went for AFL. What did you use your AFL money for? Because yes, you won the league last year. You had money. You got AFL money. What did you do with the money? Can anybody explain? No. Everybody does. We don't want to touch. So those are the little things. Abia Warriors is not as rich as Enyimba, but for everything Enyimba has achieved in the last 1-2 years, we cannot see the return in terms of their player recruitment. The stadium doesn't look any better. Doesn't look like I said their players are lounging. Yes, you pay salaries, but is it the club or is it the government? I don't know.
Well, you can't. I mean, I don't think it's enough to say the people that government employs. Government is people now. Do you understand? Government is not a stone. It's not a building. It's the people inside. Just to say church is people. Government is people. So if the government does not, if the government employs corrupt people, if the government employs inefficient people, it's the government. It's whose fault is it?
It's the same people that will work in those privately owned clubs.
Oh yes,
now.
And they do
it's the same people, and they do the same thing.
They do the same things.
The same thing.
Oh yes, they do the same things. Yes.
You know why they won't do it in a privately run? You know why they won't do it?
Why won't they do it?
Accountability.
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 No, they do the same
Are
things.
you saying that Remo Stars will run like?
You're always quickly picking Remo Stars.
Yeah, because
I've not seen their books now. I've not seen Remo's books.
It comes immediately to mind. Or let's say Sporting Lagos. The way Sporting Lagos run, to me, my opinion, no. Do you understand? Probably be different from the way Bender Insurance is run. I'm just saying.
How do we know?
Well, that's what I.
Because in Nigeria,
how do we know?
This is our NPFL. We've seen private clubs do things worse than government clubs. We've seen them do things worse than government clubs. And this is the same NPFL.
Anyway, but I look forward to the day when we go back. Actually, we go back to the good old days when most of our teams in the top flights were privately owned clubs. Juventus United, Julius Berger, Shooting Stars. No, Shooting Stars has always been. Government. It was Lekon Salami basically running. No, it was literally like a privately owned club, basically. Yeah, stationery stores and the likes. You know, even Iwanyawu and all and them. Yeah, look forward to go back to those days.
I think for me, the best of the lot has got to be the cricket league thing. That's the only way that the sports can grow. You know, having a league and taking it all around the country and, you know, shoring up interest. I think it's a fantastic idea.
Those guys, they try.
It's a great idea.
You know, the two sports associations which that are run by truly people with an elite background that played the game and are also very academically sound.
Welcome back. Messages coming through. There's a particular message that Femi is avoiding. I think you should read it.
Okay, I'll just get to it. Let me just open this. While it's good to promote local talents, does Shago mean that if we have a better foreign player for a position, we should swap the person with a local player just to promote local talents? Chijoke. Okay, thank you very much. We're not responding to it. We're not responding to it. We're not going to leave this place. Dr. Ike Anselm in Isolo says the immediate past NFF president is still in charge at the Glass House. He made it clear before that if NFF is going to settle for a local coach, that Finidi will get it. His reason was that Finidi is the only local coach that has a clean record. We're working on that. So
how does anybody come to that conclusion that the former president is still in charge?
Mm-hmm.
How?
I think he'd like to be, but he's not.
Tolu Lokwe says, good morning, Mr. Charles. Saying that opinion of your listeners is the dumbest thing you've ever heard is rude and very unprofessional. A lot of young presenters look up to you, and the future for the profession hinge on elite presenters like you. Please act the parts. Tolu Lokwe. We've also got this one here saying, good morning, guys. I'm an ardent listener of the Sports Zone. You guys make my day. Please tell Charles to clarify his statement. We want Finidi to hit the ground running forward. Okay. Tosin from Abulegba says it's only in Nigeria we would have a serious. Okay. We got a phone call.
Okay. Good morning. Amaju Pinnick, former president of the Nigeria Football Federation. We just got a message. We just want clarification. Yeah, somebody sent in a message and said that you are still in charge of affairs at the Football Federation, and you're the sole reason, more or less, why Finidi George got the job as Super Eagles coach.
And, I don't think that's true. You know, I'm not. You know, there's a president who is very, very capable, who is working around the clock. You see, what I observed, Nigerians do not like to see peace in Nigerian football. They don't like synergy. It has a good synergy with my success. So I don't think there's any reason to say that I'm the one. No, I'm not. Absolutely not. You know, why should I be? You know, he's very capable. You should remember that the bank was a key member of a key factor in Nigeria's regime. Then in our regime, it was very cardinal, you know. So you understand the dynamics, the theatrics, the politics, the game, and he's an accountant, very prudent. So, I mean, people should not just say things that they don't, you know, they just believe that once you give anything, you know, you should know. Like I said, if he needs to contact me for any issue, he can contact me. You know, I mean, it's free. I'm in Nigeria and I want to work for the country, you know. I've done 8 years and I'm 100% satisfied. I am where I am by God's grace. So people should not just start throwing tantrums or trying to say things that, you know, make the solution is mine. I'm part of the football family in Nigeria, and because I better the fact that I served for 8 years. To recall my history from 1999 as second vice chairman, Delta FA, to first vice chairman, to chairman, Delta FA, Executive Chairman Sports Commission. So, I mean, it is not modesty. You cannot write the history of Nigeria for my name. So, and if you believe that I have something to offer, I've always mentioned that I'm free. You know, the same way I was calling Nigeria, you know, and the usual place Nigeria was in charge, but it's always the rhetorics, you know, in the public space. But I don't think there's anything like that.
Amaju, morning, my brother. How are you? I'd like to ask you, what's your take on Finidi's getting the job? What does it bring to the table, in your opinion?
Yeah, I actually, I said it, that it was a strong personal opinion. That if it was Celsia, Monique, that was the assistant to Peter, I don't think I would have issues with that, you know. But if the NFF decided that at that point they wanted an indigenous coach, I hate using the word local, an indigenous coach, I believe we should just go because we don't have time. We have the World Cup qualifiers, we have Nations Cup qualifiers, we have a lot of football to play in the coming months. So the transition should be very smooth, seamless from Pizarro to Finidi, who have been part of his team for the past 3 to 4 years. So look about the past 2 years or thereabouts. So that is the only reason I say it can. Is it technically sound? I'm not going to tell you 100% if it's technically sound, but nobody is total. You build capacity around people. You build capacity around leaders. That's why you see leadership will always have people around them that have certain capacity in various departments. For example, he played under some of the best coaches in this world, Louis Van Gaal. He played in Ajax. He played in Real Betis. He came and importantly coached an indigenous club and won the league. We have been the one preaching local content. Some of the other people wanted to coach SuperEagles. They've never coached any local club. He came, do you know what it means to coach a club, an indigenous club in Nigeria? And you go around, which means you'll be following the club around the country and you understand the pains and the gains of local football. So I think for me, if with the system that they wanted an indigenous coach, which I don't have anything, you know me, I've always been a foreign coach. and all my reasons, and it's deep in my heart. But if they decided,
Amaju.
I think this was the best choice.
Okay, you're not there anymore. Okay.
Okay.
For want of time, we do have to cut it short. I want to thank you for responding to us. We appreciate your insights.
And we should, I beg, my brother, come round to the studio one of these days now. Let's have one of those rough sessions again, as we used to.
Amaju has found a new love.
Who be that?
The sports zone is no longer his first love. You found a new love, Amaju.
Yes.
You found a new love.
Amaju, is that true?
Yeah, you called me twice this morning. I took your call. I was sleeping when you won't call me now. I'm at the airport. I'm going to Warrior next travels. You called me. I took your call. Charles, I respect you a lot, and my brother. And I said, so you guys have been my party. Call me. I need it next week. I
beg.
All right, no worries.
Make it sure.
It'd be nice to see you again.
That'd be brilliant. Maybe on a Monday if you can make it, that'd be wonderful.
Hope your responses are good, eh?
Yeah?
Hope your responses are good.
Yeah.
Everybody just wants fight.
No, it's positive. It's positive. It's a good one.
It's good. It's
a good one.
So far.
We are all very happy in the studio, all of us.
All right, have a safe trip, Amaju.
If you want to be a part of us, first off, follow us across all social media pages at Lagos Talks 913 is our handle, and of course, kindly like, share, subscribe, and make sure you're a part of the Lagos Talks family.